Namaste, and welcome to Soul Horoscopes Orbits Edition. From my webcam to yours, I'm Christopher Rayman Witecki, your astrologer and soul biographer, here to help you put the pieces of your karmic story together this week. Well, the sun is in Leo, and we are chugging along in late Chapter 2 and hopping into Master Shui Chapter 3. We're focused on our heart chakra, our love, what we love about ourselves and others. So we're falling in love with ourselves this week, and we're moving into light casting our personal dreams. That is, being what we expect to come through the law of attraction. The moon starts in sensitive Libra on Sunday, Monday, then gets a little intense in Scorpio on Tuesday, where we have to draw some emotional boundaries, then skips along in jolly Sag Friday, Saturday, and on Sunday, it will hit that T-square in Capricorn, so that's intense. The moon signs most affected are Libra, Aries, Scorpio, Taurus, Sag, Gemini, and the Cancer, Capricorn spectrum are particularly affected at the end of the week. Now looking at our orbits, man, and which of our chakras are most affected this week. Jupiter, of course, is doing some intensity there in the third chakra, causing a lot of stomach issues for people. The sun orbiting the heart chakra, so those with heart conditions better shape up right now. And the moon this week begins in the throat chakra, so there's a lot of communication in the beginning, and we move up through the nose and the sinuses to the third eye. So you'll have some psychic dreams by the end of the week, and those people who have migraine issues or issues with sinuses might have issues if you are ignoring your feelings, basically. That's how that all works. Looking at the planets, we still have this wondrous grand trine in water that's affecting us. This is going to continue. Now, this is going to be most affected when the moon crosses over Saturn later in the week, and that will cause an emotional trust issue to be changed, and that will, of course, affect Neptune and Jupiter Lilith there at the bottom. That square, that infamous square, is still in effect, Uranus and Pluto wreaking havoc, but Uranus is the real strong part of it, where you have to innovate your personal strength or character. And this T-square, this is getting a lot of press, and this is where the moon is going to cross over Pluto at the end of the week and light this Christmas tree up, which means you'll have to kind of change some emotional rules you have with yourself. Now, looking at a little bit of a close-up here, as the moon crosses Saturn, that's the moment later this week where you'll have to draw some new emotional boundaries with yourself, and Saturn's progressed to step 6. That's the galactic center there it's crossing. And then the moon at the end of the week crosses Pluto, hitting that T-square, so we're going to have a lot of adjustment of our lives, coming to a new settling as a result of these two moon planet crossings, and just where the sun is with our heart. More on that, of course, when we go upstairs. In fact, let's do that now, shall we? Let's take the ascension elevator up and get a bird's eye view of you.
Folks, this is your captain speaking. We realize you have a choice in the astrologers you choose to fly with, and we'd just like to thank you for flying with Christopher Witecki.
Hello, Cancers and Cancer Risings, and welcome to 33,000 feet for a bird's eye view of you. Now, for the crustaceans, the Cancers, there's a lot of stuff going on, many orbits and stories in progress. The big one is with the heart. The sun in Leo is focusing on moving into abundance, and that is stepping away from self-esteem issues, being more productive. Perhaps you're going for a raise at work. Perhaps you're trying to finance a house. Perhaps you're just trying to feel good about yourself to draw on what you deserve. All of the above count with the sun in Leo this week, making some major strides. Saturn in Scorpio says you cannot let down your heart anymore. When you do, it will be very painful and devastating. Not kidding. It's time to champion your own heart. Uranus in Aries says you're constantly tap dancing with career and shifting your strength when it comes to decisions and dancing between your ego issues and your marriage issues. All of this going on for the crusty crabs. Now, that said, this week we move into Chapter 2 of Sun in Leo. Chapter 3. So you're shifting from production and manifestation, literally income, to manifestation at the big picture. This is where you step into your magic and you try to feel larger than life in order to draw in abundance. Now the planets are going to shift from step 18 to step 25. That means you'll be taking action on some sort of investment or manifestation, and by the end of the week, taking a squat and meditating with God Universe, so taking a break. Now Mercury shifts into the ability to negotiate. Your mind is sharp now with what you're worth. Breakthrough ideas on Sunday, and then really active thinking about money the following Sunday. Mars is still in your ego, so that's making you a bit temperamental, quick to fire off, certainly ready to go to war if necessary. But Jupiter is helping you finally heal from the old wounds. So you'll be letting go the oldest fights this week and beginning to heal your ego from those old fights. Now in the story of personal dreams, it's time to kick it up a notch. Saturn moves to step 6 on Thursday. That means it's time to come to peace with your inner child. That may also mean consequentially coming to peace with your family or anyone else who is blamed responsible for you not being at peace in your heart. So time to draw lines with yourself, and that may mean that you stop speaking up or stop griping about something that it's time to heal for. It's emotional boundaries with self around inner child and personal dreams. Now looking back quickly into last week, the big turning point last week had to do with Lightcast Day. That was on Tuesday, where you really wanted to hold space for what you were actually worth and what you wanted to manifest in abundance. This week, it's really about a breakthrough and a quantum passionate level. We start off on Sunday with taking action for your personal dreams when it comes to money and manifestation. So you want to apply for the loan, go look for the real estate, you want to put it into action if you watch what I say. Jupiter at 10 degrees says that this is where you love and trust that the past will not happen anymore, and that your ego can actually wound, and your ego can actually heal, and your pride can heal as well. The wounds of ego can start to heal. This is for your whole life, or at least for the last 12 years we're talking about. Neptune at retrograde degree 4 in Pisces says that there's quantum spiritual miracles possible, especially when you pray about what to learn or where to get information. So the universe really wants to help you to learn and grow right now, intuitively in particular. So listen to those quiet thoughts. Now your home planet, the moon, moves from Libra into Scorpio, so it's very inner child based, chance of temper tantrums and breakdowns on Monday and Tuesday of the inner child. That's where you really have to be strong for yourself. That's where you really have to convince yourself the past will not continue. On Tuesday, we click to Master Shui. That's where things are quite passionate. So the passion goes up a couple notches. What you're passionate about is your manifestation, your work, what you're doing day to day, bringing in the income, that sort of thing. And the moon is now moving out of the house of inner child to daily reality, so things get very real for you on Tuesday and Wednesday. Got to hold together. Thursday is the quantum breakthrough day. This is a make it or break it day for your self-esteem. This is not a day where you want to step down as far as holding your values with people, work, others, etc. So you want to, stand down on this day. It's a quantum breakthrough between your thoughts about your value and where you're aiming for with your value, and at the same time, spiritual miracles if you listen or pray at the same time. So the real potential breakthrough on Thursday, but everyone will have some sort of breakdown, some sort of surprises. There's so much Uranus energy on this day. I can't see where there won't be breakdown that leads to breakthrough. If you have quantum breakdown on this day, which is possible, you won't probably recover until Saturday, just so you know. Now your home planet, the moon, moves out of that quantum sensitive spot and ends up landing in Capricorn, which means the end of the week is about marriage and partnership, and that moon will pit against your ego. So could be some ego challenges or fights with the honey at the end of the week, Saturday and Sunday. Venus moving into its home sign, Libra, is a good thing. That means that starting this coming weekend on the 17th, you'll begin to restore peace, love, and nurturing in the home family unit. So if there's been a lot of fighting or issues in the home family, if it's been marriage issues, but it's coming out in the home family, you'll see peace and tranquility beginning to shift as of Saturday, Sunday. And thank Goddess, God Universe is bringing Venus into Libra. That's its home sign, and that means we can finally kind of just get some nice love in, especially with Sun in Leo. Now, excuse me for doing that. Now, moving on to a sneak peek of next week, it looks like the real quantum day is going to be that full moon on Tuesday and Wednesday. That quantum full moon is going to be a real stretch for you. Of course, it's going to be in the opposite sign, Aquarius, moving into Pisces, and this will be stretching you between the area of self-esteem and personal boundaries. So really, if you got to set something off on your calendar, you're probably no good to the world late Tuesday night. Now, grounding back in the days and on Earth, I want to bring you to my guided hangout series. It's called Practical Wizardry. I tape it on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern at soulgarden.tv. Come on down and be a part of it. I'm teaching people to stand the magic. And for Cancers, right now in Cancer Rising, Sun in Leo means literally stepping into the ability for manifestation. So I'll teach you the steps. You should watch it from the first episode. It's super good. If you're having a hard time living in the heart and giving your heart a second chance, I've got a 90-minute seminar that you can purchase. It's on Sundays. It happens a few times in the next couple of months, called Jumpstart the Heart, where with me on webcam and a bunch of other fun kids, we will get happy and we'll figure out what's holding up the joy, damn it. And this fall, Lightcast Bootcamp is coming back after the holiday in September. If you want a full 6-week A to Z, step in your magic and change your life forever, this is the class. I just want you to pencil it out. It'll be on Sundays starting this fall, so keep that in mind. And lastly, you got just 2 weeks to get a reading with me one-on-one on Skype or webcam for $99.99. That's right, it's called Serious Joy Reading. I now have immediate booking, so you can book as soon as usually 36 hours, and it's a reading you won't forget. You also get MP3 at the end. All these are available, of course, at soulmart.me. All right, that's all I have for this groovy week. Thank you so much for logging in. I so appreciate it. Namaste, and live, love, be.